Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. It's the final week of, well, this round of Rotation 5 of the Hydra, and the Mad Hatter, he's ready to go. I bucked him up. Don't kill me, clan, outside of CVC. I will get CVC points, don't you worry, but we've got him ready to go. Journal of Necrotus. No blessing on him yet. Obviously, though, we will be getting a 5-star blessing for him, which will push him a good bit further. He is coming in 80k HP, 2.4 attack, 3000 defense, 286 speed. Actually, it's got a good bit of crit rate, 76%. I wonder if we could maybe actually push that to 100 and 360 accuracy if we had moved him over to Hydra, 400 accuracy. And yeah, so I mean, when we get the blessing on him, we could probably actually drop his accuracy lower. And I'd say try get him some crit rate, maybe even get him some attack. This is his damage scale off of attack. He's not going to do much. No, it's damage off HP. He doesn't need any attack. So get him some crit rate, get him some more HP. Why not? Just have some fun. I don't know. Maybe build him with resistance. Gets these masteries. I did a full guide in terms of how I'm building him. 4-piece reflex, 4-piece merciless. Get as much cooldown reduction as possible. Now, to pair up with him, we have this. The other spicy thing for this. 4-star Cat's Gaze. Beautiful. On Ninja. And he's also going to be going in with, and I hope I get, I've been buying the blessings from Arius whenever they show up in the shop. I've only got them to 2-star so far. 3-star makes his Soul Reap. He's got Soul Reap. Stronger. Beautiful. And gives him defense, which is more damage. The 4-star, oh, the crit damage would be insane. But he, by the way, has got a 4-star Cat's Gaze. So yeah, we've got 2 champions with 4-star Cat's Gaze. We obviously, for Hydra, have the ignore defense and also the crit damage maxed out, which is beautiful. And we are going to throw them in to Nightmare Hydra. I will be building a Trunda Fina team as well soon. That might replace the Nightmare team, and this team would go to Brutal. But yeah, this is the idea of the team. So we've got Lazarius. He's got the speed aura, but he's giving us block debuffs. He's giving us AoE block buffs. He's giving us increased attack, though we don't need it. We have Mikage for that. Strengthen. He brings a revive. I was using like Uko before. Lazarius is basically Uko, but good, right? Because Uko's got longer cooldowns. Uko does bring us decreased attack, but we've got that from Krisk. And Uko cannot place block buffs on heads when they freshly respawn, which will cost you a lot of damage, but you can absolutely run Uko. Here's my Uko, for example. You can run Uko as a budget speed aura, revive, decrease block buffs. You can do that. He's just not as good. But yeah, we've got Lazarius. I think Lazarius is insane. We got Krisk, Ninja for damage, paired up with Mikage, Marius for damage, and then Mad Hatter. So we don't have an AoE decreased defense, chap. Now, Krisk will put it up pretty reliably, and whenever we do these ally attacks from Mikage or Mad Hatter, or whenever Ninja A1s, basically, he's got a pretty darn good chance to put decreased defense as well. And we're ignoring a lot of defense, too. So I actually think decreased defense, funny enough, probably not that important anymore, whereas the weaken, oh yeah, the weaken is good, and that's going to really push our damage up, plus those ally attacks from Ninja. Let's dive in. We'll watch chunk of the start of the run. Hopefully it will work first time through. I haven't tested this on the live game. We start off with a nice juicy ally attack. There we go. Lovely stuff. Big nuke from Marius. I am prioritizing Marius's A2 in case he gets cooldown reduction. So why the heck not? Prioritize his A2. I'm leaving his A3 on. This is a question. We might need to run this a couple of times. We got a little bit unlucky. We do have the poison cloud there, which is going to cost us some damage. But yeah, turn meter boosting coming from Mad Hatter, extending our buffs. I'm hoping between Mikage extends buffs, Krisk extends buffs, Hatter extends buffs. We should basically have perma buffs up the whole time. My one concern is we might get so many buffs on everyone that Krisk can actually fail to tank this head over here, the head of mischief, and Mad Hatter can weak hit this head and fail to place a hex, which is what he's done this time around, sadly. Interesting, Mikage's ally attacking a living head. I'm actually fine with that. Here we come in, the AoE. Ooh, there we go. 1.5 million against the head. Sadly, we didn't land the decreased defense, and Marius just... Oh my god, that was just so much damage. We almost doubled our damage in a single hit. That's kind of insane, actually. But yeah, look, you can see at a quick glance at the triple buff extender comp. Like Krisk's, he's keeping his buffs up pretty much the whole time. Yeah, I don't know how successful our mischief tanking will be with the Krisk. He might actually flop, but I think we're going to kill the head of mischief so quickly. Probably not a huge deal. Like so long as we do land that hex on it, I think we're good. But here we go. You know, about 2 minutes in, we are going to hit. Oh, we got a weak hit. Look at that. So Mad Hatter, he brought in the ally attack against the Force Affinity head. Slightly unfortunate. Slightly unfortunate, has to be said. Here we are. One thing that's interesting, perhaps, about this team, you can see Krisk did get True Feared. My other Krisk was in Harmonic Impulse. This Krisk is not, but he just got cleansed. And now he's been feared again. We'll see if he gets cleansed again. I'm not even sure if he's going to get around to a turn on time. Yeah, there we go. We've just cleansed him again, which I think is lovely. Another weak hit from the Mad Hatter ally attack. Do we have enough turn meter on Krisk? Yes, we do. Oh, and we got to resist. Nope. Oh, we got to resist. I don't believe it. We just got to resist over here. That's actually really bad because now we get the cleanse into the poison cloud. That is depressing enough that I might... Will we restart the run? Will we even bother? I don't know if we'll even bother, actually. Let's see. I mean, if we can get Hex out in these heads, we're fine. We got the cooldown decrease from Mad Hatter, but he's still doing an A1. That's so depressing, man. That's, you know what? That's too depressing for me. I'm going to restart. You get a gist for how the run works. You can see the team were slamming out the damage. Let me run it through. We'll see how far we get. One slight problem I saw, by the way, was my Krisk with Harmonic Impulse, which I think is the correct blessing for this team. And that's what I'm going to put on Mad Hatter as well, because they have no protection from the fear. That Krisk, he was in a Hex set, Cursed set, which is a problem. This Krisk is in a Feral set, which is going to give us more damage. And we don't need the Curse set because we got Mad Hatter now. So I've got to wait for the next free gear change. I don't want to waste all of my silver changing the Krisks around. Just seems like a bit of a waste. Also, what we could do to improve this team, but again, it's very expensive to do so. If we'd put a 9-piece protection set on Lazarius and give him high resistance, like he's built for damage right now, he doesn't do any damage. He is really just in there for his support, and he's giving us so many buffs. If he is in 9-piece protection, I think again the damage will go a lot higher. But let's see how it goes. We will leave this back now on full auto. It seems like our damage is stronger this time around. Just a little bit better luck, I suppose. Junk, junk, junk. Oh, I love when Marius just deletes stuff. It's a beautiful thing to see. But yeah, listen, let's let them run it out, and I will be back at the end, and we'll see how the damage went. You guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we have just got the warning that we are approaching the turn count limit. Put this in perspective. When I ran this team last week, pre-Mad Hatter, we were getting around about like 600 to, if we were very lucky, close to 700, but not even hitting 700 million. We're still 240 turns away from the turn limit, and I have more than exceeded the best of this team before. So what has changed? One big change is we're using our second Krisk, so Feral instead of Cursed set, right? Because we got the Hex from Mad Hatter. For my weekend champion before, well, let's actually see if we can see his A2, see the damage numbers here. Can we get, okay, that's sad. The decapitated head's gone. We'll see if we can get a Mad Hatter A2 into a decapitated head while I'm still yapping away here. I was using Varl the Destroyer, who's a great champion. He's ramping up his damage. He scales really well with the ally attacks as well from Mikage. Great champ. But he was in as our weekend champ. Now we've got Mad Hatter. And then, because we don't need, and then I had Androck the Glorious. Mythical champion in 9-piece protection as our sort of buff extender and healer. So Mad Hatter, he is healing us instead. He is our buff extender. Because he's also our weekend champion, we can ditch Varl as a damage dealer, and we can bring in just a pure damage dealer in Marius. One thing I still need to test out, Marius is going crazy. Now, because he's doing his extra turns, he's obviously really pumping out the damage. I wonder if it's costing us damage overall or not. As in, should we leave Marius taking extra turns or not? Okay, this should be a pretty good A2 from Mad Hatter if he feels like it. Though he might ally attack an alive head. That's possible as well. I don't know if he likes... It seems like they like to ally attack. Preferably, it seems like their AI is like, I love ally attacking enemies that are bad affinity for Ninja, especially if they've got Poison Cloud. Beautiful. Here he goes. Mixture Most Foul. Ooh, 4 million. There we go. We hit a decapitated head. 4 million ally attack off the Mad Hatter A2. And that was with only about 5 debuffs, right? That's not even the full benefit. Pretty impressive stuff. We're almost at 800 million right now. I don't think we're going to hit the... No, I don't think we're going to quite hit 1 billion. I actually wonder, if we did 9-piece protection, the next time free gear change comes around, I have no idea when it is. Please do let me know if you know. Next time free gear change is around, maybe we could do 9-piece protection on Lazarius and see how far we can go. Goodbye, Krisk. The ally protection got stolen and he died. That's another thing. If we turn off Marius A3, it would mean that Krisk would mischief tank more consistently as well. So he wouldn't keep dying, basically. That's definitely an option. It's definitely an option. We might do enough damage here. I was going to say we might do enough damage to kill him before he gets to go. No such luck, but we've got burns on most of them. There's the 800 million, guys. I think we'll probably hit 900. I mean, it stands to reason we should. We're not too crazy far off hitting 1 billion damage with this team, though. It has the potential. It has the potential. Yeah, it definitely does. 3 million. How hard is he going to hit? Ooh, 3 million. Okay, he hit the 3 million, then 3 million. I don't know. Maybe Helm Smasher or something made a difference. Don't know. Anyway, I'll be back at the end. We'll see the final damage numbers. There's no question. This is a new post-Hydra nerf record for me, and I can only imagine how much damage this would have done pre-nerf. Hey, stop stealing. Yeah, definitely the Head of Mischief is kind of a pain for us. There's no question about it. Chris probably going to die again. All right, be back anyway. See you in a sec. And there we go. Okay, it's still a good bit off 1 billion, but the theory is close. Yeah, I do wonder. It feels like Marius is slamming out the damage, but my God, all of those ally attacks from Mad Hatter are really adding up. Mikage plus Hatter plus Ninja. Look at that, 460 million. Marius did only 298. I do think we could run it again next week. I'm going to keep this. I'm not arsed. But next week, I do wonder if we turn off the Marius A3, it's quite possible. Marius, because he's taking the extra turns, he's outrunning Perfect Veil. We are killing. We've got so much buff extension. When we do kill the Head of Torment, Marius actually has got a good chance of getting that Perfect Veil. And then with triple buff extender, keeping it on possibly permanently if he is not taking those extra turns. So it's definitely possible. I don't think we need his increased defense or increased accuracy buff. I'd have to double check our accuracy. I think we're okay. And yeah, I do think this team has the potential for 1 billion, but 918 million is a massive increase, a huge upgrade over what I was before. I'm actually blown away once again by how unbelievably good the Mad Hatter is. He is unbelievably good. Simple reason is he brings so much utility in his toolkit. He has sent Mythical Androck. Get on the bench. You're out of here. Don't want you anymore. Goodbye. Yeah. And just, I mean, it's almost, like, I'm not joking. It's almost, it's probably like 20 to 30% damage increase for the team overall. Like, it is ridiculous. Again, we're now able to break. We were not able to. Well, I could run Marius before. Marius before was not a damage increase over Varl because Varl had weaken. Right? Varl was pretty much the same. They're very similar. But now that Mad Hatter has essentially all the utility of Androck plus the weaken, plus the Hex, it's like, yeah, Marius come in no problem and just destroy. Cool, 918 million. That's a new record. Let's see how's that sort of comparing now. Other guys and that's also. So I did have the Cat's Gaze 4-star on Ninja last week when we got 600 and something. Like, that's a big boost. How much of a clash? That should get us a good chunk of that, right? 3.67 billion points. Oh yeah, that's enough for all of it. Wow. Okay, I just saw 3.67 out of 1.2. We tripled the max chest with our one nightmare key. That's actually insane. Hell yeah. Let's go. Absolutely nuts. That's really nice. So yeah, that's 3.67 billion points for Hydra Clash. It's not too bad. So obviously, trendy keys are still like their own thing. But yeah, we got a couple other guys doing 1 billion in the clan. I mean, very similar team. The +3 ninja, a +2 ninja with Teox. Again, he's got Lazarius in here. Very similar. It's the ninja Lazarius, Mikage, Krisk. Now he's got Insensa and a 6-star Teox, and this is a 6-star +2 ninja. We're really not far behind. That is how good Hatter is. Just insane. He's so strong. And again, yeah, we're really not far behind. That was on full auto as well, guys. Boozilla, hey, Boozor doing a very solid key as well. Yeah, that's like, again, I was more like these guys before. I've jumped from this level up to this level. Just it literally is thanks to what the Hatter has changed in this team. And this has, like I said, I think this has room to grow. It's crazy. It is crazy. I do think you lose a lot of damage, obviously, without Lazarius. I mean, it will still work very well. But Lazarius is clearly better. And again, if you got 9-piece protection Lazarius, you're on a whole other level at that point. So these are the builds. Like I said, Lazarius, he's built like for damage for arena. If we had him 9-piece protection, he's putting out so many buffs. Get him high resistance, so he's sort of mischief tanking as well, because he does self buff a lot with his passive. He's giving himself lots of buffs. He's just going to be a freaking monster. He has a Hand of Uncreation. He's coming in. These sort of stats, he's into my absolute best gear possible because, well, Lazarius. Duh. We've got 9-piece protection on Mikage. If you're not putting your best gear in Lazarius, what's wrong with you? These are her stats. She has Tempus Sanguinis, which is not helping us really at all in Hydra, and we could probably switch that up. It's good for Arena. We'll give her something better eventually. She has Cruelty. She's only 2-star, and she's got this sort of stuff. Ninja, these are the masteries on the beast himself. I'll be honest, I so underrated Ninja, because I think after Mikage came out, it took me so long to get Mikage. I was still living in a pre-Mikage world, and it took me a while to rediscover an appreciation for Ninja because of the insane boost that Mikage gives. Mikage brings him to a whole other level, bringing that reliable increased attack, extending his buffs, and the A1 bringing him in again. His A1 is so strong. It's so strong. Like you literally could probably just only A1 and he'd do ridiculous. Yeah, like just that turn meter boost. Very good chance. 60% when booked. 60% chance for decreased defense. That's why I don't have an AoE proper decreased defense champion. Don't need it. He's got Nature's Wrath. He has the Cat's Gaze 4-star. These are the gems on that. None of them very useful here. I think this one is really good. More ignore defense. Amazing. The turn meter increase, actually pretty darn good as well. Obviously, I think there's a gem gets you 10% more damage against bosses. That would be better. That'd be pretty good. We don't have that yet. He's in yeah, he's got again crazy good gear. Crazy good gear. And he's 6 merciless, 2 cruel. So I mean, he has 40% ignore defense from this. 60% when we add on the 20% area bonuses. Cat's Gaze is bringing him from 60 to 76. Then this gem is bringing him to 79. He has 79% defense ignore effectively the entire time in Hydra. 79% ignore defense. If he procs Helm Smasher, he's over 100%. If we got another one of these gems, it would be even higher. If we level this up, it would be even higher. To the point where, I don't know, it's just, I'm like, I guess at some point you just drop Cruel. Maybe, I don't know, yeah, you drop Cruel, and I don't know what I don't know what you do. Krisk, he's in 9-piece Feral. He is coming in 256, so he's a bit slow. I don't have any speed boots in Feral. So speed, though I've got, this is basically a speed boot. It's my fastest boot in Feral. Yeah, he should be faster, but it's really hard in Feral. 9-piece Feral, while still having the resistance and accuracy you require to do it. Getting him 100% crit rate would be nice as well. and his HP is very low. It's the feral problem. It's hard to get feral. He's got this is good. I had this on Marius before, which was a bit of defense, but mostly for this 5% higher chance of placing debuffs with his default skill. That's god tier on Marius. But Marius doesn't have a square gem slot anymore. So yeah, but this is very good for Krisk. Make his decreased speed more reliable. Why the heck not? And these are his masteries. Marius, these are his masteries. He has Soul Reap, only 2-star. Cat's Gaze, he has these gems. Multi-hits do more damage. Great. Destroying max HP. Sure. And turn meter increase more effective. That's pretty good because he is giving himself lots of turn meter. He's in 9-piece Slayer, so he's getting turn meter. It's giving him more damage. I do think you could run him Merciless as well. Would be maybe better. I don't know. Like I said, you could probably just turn off his A3, spam his A2, and maybe in Merciless it's better. I don't know. Stuff to test in the future. But yeah, 9-piece Slayer. And these are his stats. So I do think when we get him that 3-star blessing, more defense, beautiful, and that 4-star, that extra crit damage, probably capped out on damage, let's be real. But for Hydra, but for Arena it'd be nice. And then the Mad Hatter, the man himself. I honestly, when I read his kit the first time, I really underrated him. Guy's insane. He is like 5 out of 5 for Hydra. You know what? No, 4.8. Get out of here. Who in their right minds is not giving him a 5 for Hydra? Like, you have to be smoking so much, you know what, and be off your head to think that he's not a 5 out of 5 for Hydra. Once per day. Rating submitted. This guy's freaking bonkers. I mean, I guess the only reason would be, which I think is fair, is like, in theory, every team is kind of irrelevant if it's not a trended team, because like they're doing like, I mean, it's like, you know, if you watch the Olympics and you're like, oh, let's watch this 100-meter sprint, and you go, oh, I wonder who's gonna win. Well, this guy, he runs 10 times faster than everybody else. He's just 10 times faster. You'd be like, wow, the Olympics freaking sucks. So in a sense, you know, no champion can be a 5 out of 5 unless they're a trended team champion. But let's ignore that. I think he's a 5 out of 5. Reflex, Merciless. Yeah. Dude's freaking insane. Journal of Necrotis. I think this is really good. More healing, more turn meter boosting. I think it's real nice for him. And yeah, like I said, I'll probably give him Harmonious Impulse because he is getting feared. I think it's really nice. Generally for Hydra, Cruelty. Cruelty would be the way. Because he's doing AoEs like constantly. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully you found that interesting, guys. Mad Hatter, new record. I don't think this is my record, is it? No, so my record pre-nerf was 1.57. I would not be surprised if I was doing over 2 billion, probably pre-nerf. Probably more. But yeah, it's kind of sad that I guess we'll reach there eventually. God, like, I just jumped from 600 and something to 900 and something. It's kind of insane. Yeah, cool. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.